front line is really full of a lot of
sisters
banging by themselves, taking a lot of disrespect. You know, we just got to be there. We got to be there more to make sure we supporting how hard they going. You know what I'm saying? We got to follow their lead.
All our greatest leaders right now are black women.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
So I give thanks to God for black women, and I want to just say.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles that taught us this truth, and of course, peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Back at it with a quick observation. Here you have your boy Diddy, your boy Charlemagne, and these dudes are a bunch of idiots. So is the rest of the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, as well as the rest of the entire world in relation to worshiping the woman. Let's get into it. All right, so here we got Charlemagne. He deems himself as a pretty intelligent brother. He has a lot of worldly knowledge, but let's see what the scriptures have to say about this. So this Charlemagne, all right, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Yeah, so Charlemagne and Diddy professing to have professing to be wise men and professing to have the answers and, you know, have a plan for the quote unquote black people, okay, which are of course the biblical Israelites. They became fools, man, and that's exactly what's going on. And I'm just talking really right now in relation to worshiping the woman. All right, this is a very sick thing, if you ask me, considering the state of our women here in Babylon the Great. How dare one of our brothers would put Eve on a pedestal after all the wickedness that she has done to us, you know? But that's what happens when man's is soft like that, all right? Man's is soft, all right? And they just gonna continue to bow down and worship, you know, the woman, all right? Let's bring out Jeremiah. My eyes play tricks. Where it is. Jeremiah 31, 22. How long, this is Jeremiah 31, 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? Okay. For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Now, once again, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we know that this Bible was intended only for the Israelites. So we're talking about the nation of Israel and how the women of our nation, as well as the rest of the women in this, you know, especially here in Babylon, at least, how they have compassed men, you know, starting with that whole feminism movement. That's what that is what's happening now, and our women have gotten caught up into that to the point where we're at the point of no return, basically. For, you know, other than this coming tribulation humbling them. But if it wasn't for this coming tribulation, man, they would eventually probably kill us all the men, come up with, you know, Esau's science and things, and they would probably want to get rid of us via, you know, that feminism movement. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of, you know, them getting away with murder. You know, that's exactly what's going on. You know, the wickedness of our women has caused a lot of strife and division amongst our nation. Okay, the weakness. I mean, she's already the weaker vessel. We'll bring that out as well. Yeah, let's go Proverbs. Let's get some wisdom on this. Proverbs 31, verse 3. All right, from the wisdom chapter. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways that which destroyeth kings. All right, we know King Solomon had that big problem. He loved women, just like, you know, Israelite men do. But of course, we know he got into a lot of mess by, you know, submitting to let's say the thought process of women, okay? And he started following the philosophies and things of the wicked, via the woman, man. That's what happened to King Solomon. And that is exactly what's going on here and today, especially with our nation. Most of our men, they don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is, the holy scriptures. They're giving all their strength over to women. All right. Look at how Babylon has told us to engage in marriage. It is tradition here in Babylon the Great for a man to get down on one knee, which is a sign of submission. Okay. Get down on one knee and beg a woman that's 9 times out of 10 not even a virgin. So she's not really, your wife. Okay. But that is exactly what happens, man. We're giving all their strength into women completely, all their money, all their time, all their energy, just look how much energy is put into the quote unquote holidays. We don't celebrate any of these days, but look at something like a Mother's Day versus a Father's Day. Look how much energy, commercials, money goes into uplifting the woman versus the man. We get shitted on, basically, and a woman gets put on a pedestal. And why? I mean, and here's the issue, though. Here's the issue. All right, let's bring out Proverbs again. We'll stay in Proverbs. Okay, so back to the wisdom, section of the Bible. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. So look, man, going all the way back to us being in slavery, in bondage, our enemies oppressing us, the whole damn nation, man, female, children, we all hurting. Okay, because of that, as time progressed, since we've been, catching all this hell up to now, there are a lot of things that causes the women of our nation to be angry. All right. Going back to the curses, how we, the men would leave, their children behind, okay, and things of that nature. In Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, all these curses that fell upon the nation of Israel, is a huge reason why the woman's so angry. And, maybe Charlemagne doesn't deal with that as much, because he's up there with okay, and all his toys and his gifts, okay. He's a celebrity, all right. He don't deal with the same shit that we deal with in relation to us being in, poverty, almost. Okay. So basically I said that all that to say our women are fucking angry all the time, bro. Like the average woman, that you see that either has a job or, has their, children's father on child support. I mean, I experienced this, so I can talk about it. I'm not just pulling this out. This is something that I have experienced. All right. But the Bible is telling us it's better to be out there homeless, okay, living in the woods, creating fire, okay, than to be in a mansion with an angry black woman. Okay. There it is. So how dare they once again, Charlemagne, say that the greatest leaders of the nation of Israel, he did say right now, is women. That's exactly what he said. The greatest women, the greatest people of our nation, basically what he's saying is the women. And this all goes back to the curses, back to that Jeremiah 31:22, how a woman should compass a man. That's exactly what we're dealing with. And it all goes back to the curses. It all goes back to starting with the head of the household. And let's get into that as well. Let's go Corinthians area. All right. 1 Corinthians 14:40. All right. let all things be done decently and in order. Yeah, so all things, and especially the order of the man and the woman. So let's take a look and see what exactly the order of the man and the woman is via the Holy Scriptures. Okay. I'm going same thing. 1 Corinthians 11 verse 8. Yeah, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, okay, but the woman for the man. So there it is, you know. These women were created for us. They were created, you know, at its highest level to be glory unto the Israelite man, okay, to serve. I put that in quotation marks, the Israelite man. But we know clear as day that if you say something like that here within the ears of the inhabitants of Babylon, they liable to sock you in your face. They liable to try to have you arrested for hate speech. How dare you men say that you we're not equal to you? All right, that's what the women say. How dare they? We're equal. We're equal. And I mean, that is what, you know, Babylon has trained, you know, the inhabitants for, is to worship the woman and deem a woman on the same level as a man. Look at what's going on in the military, okay? How I was in the military, so I know some of these things, but just like becoming an Army Ranger, you know, that was, you know, recently, a few years back, open up to women, you know. But when it come down to real war, now I was in a combat unit and all. I don't want to get into that, but I wasn't Ranger qualified. I probably was gonna go if I would have stayed in longer. But I've talked to Rangers since, you know, that has happened, and you know, the shit that they said was just what I thought. They don't like it. They don't approve of it, you know, but it's above their head, and they'll probably never actually be, you know, in an actual combat unit actually doing combat, you know. But here we go with Babylon the Great, okay, and their own laws and things like that. They'll say, hey, you can do this because why? You're equal to a man, okay? You can do the same thing a man can do. But we as men of war that Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah has allowed to see war already, that has went to, you know, a Vietnam, a Gulf War, you know, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, you know, these conflicts, you know, of the last days, you know, that the Lord allowed some of, you know, your brothers to experience, which I have. You know, they're saying, you know, that we can do that. But I'm telling you, you talk to any vet and you tell me, what female war hero have you heard? Because I ain't heard any. I ain't heard, you know, no woman with no kill count, you know, confirmed kills, you know. All you just hear and see is women walking around with their chest out like they men, you know, because they're allowed to. They're allowed to be in these units, and you know, you got female drill sergeants over men. You know, that's ridiculous. You know, so that just further reiterates why this place needs to be destroyed. Why we need to get the hell out of here, because I'm tired of it. And trust me, man, once we come back into our full power as the Israelite man under Yahweh Shah, okay, under Yahweh, our women ain't gonna have no problem with the program and the correct righteous order that the Lord hath ordained for us. Okay, we'll be so rich, so powerful, and the thing I can't wait, you know, is that we'll look the part when we get those glorified bodies, okay, and you know, our stature be higher, you know, we're gonna be big, we'll tower over them, okay. There's not gonna be any of this, you know, here in Babylon, because all these curses and things and the lack of knowledge. A lot of our men are fat, out of shape. A lot of our men are malnourished, skinny, okay. A lot of our men are short, okay, and things like that. And then you got Eve with these huge protruding hips and these huge voluptuous breasts, which doesn't help in relation to their pride. That's only gonna, take their pride to an extreme level. And then you got dudes, gawking and worshiping them via Instagram and OnlyFans. And you got niggas like Charlemagne saying, oh, you are God, the black woman is God, and things like that. So, their head is all the way pumped up to the point it's about to pop. And, definitely gonna get popped during this great tribulation, man. This great famine that's coming, okay? All that thickness is probably gonna wear off very fast, man. All that stress, they about to go on a crash diet in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So, I didn't want to make this too long. But I definitely, like I say, that was an observation and just more motivation why we need to continue to pray, do our thing, and get the hell out of here. All right. So we can, return to our full power and get our women back, because, we love women, but right now they're out of order, man. And, the men are weak. They're docile. They, I'm gonna leave it at that. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.